Welcome to a bone-chilling expedition into the cryptic realm of our true crime channel. Today, we embark on a haunting odyssey, delving deep into the unsettling case of Ella Bennett, a young soul whose life took a tragic and mysterious turn. So, prepare to be captivated as we navigate the shady alleys of her barbaric murder, unveiling the secrets that shrouded this unfathomable tale. From despair to destiny, the tragic background of Charity Lee. Charity Lee's life started in privilege, but soon took a dark turn as her world shattered at 6 when her father passed away, leaving behind a cold and distant mother. Despite excelling academically, she succumbed to depression and heroin addiction. At just 17, her mother issued an ultimatum: take $100 to rebuild her life or continue down a destructive path. Charity chose the chance at redemption. She ended up in a halfway house and, against all odds, managed to conquer her addiction. However, the grip of depression persisted until a glimmer of hope emerged. Charity discovered she was pregnant, and it was this unexpected lifeline that would forever change her world. On October 10, 1993, she gave birth to her son, Paris Bennett, while facing the challenges of single motherhood after his father's departure. This background set the stage for the tragic story of Ella Bennett's murder, Charity Lee's daughter, a heart-wrenching chapter in her life. Paris Bennett's exceptional ability and the unfolding mystery. Paris Bennett was no ordinary child. From the tender age of 3, he exhibited remarkable artistic talent. Alongside his creativity, his intelligence shone brightly, boasting an impressive IQ of 141, marking him as a young genius. He shared an intense bond with his mother, often craving her undivided attention and affection. However, Paris's life took a twist when, at just 8 years old, his mother, Charity, revealed she was expecting another child. In typical situations, children react in one of two ways: excitement for a new sibling or resentment at no longer being the only child. In Paris's case, it was the latter. Any mention of the upcoming addition to the family left him visibly upset. This growing resentment would play a fateful role in the tragic events that unfolded. Baby Ella's arrival and the shifting family dynamic. On April 12, 2002, everything changed with the arrival of baby Ella. Paris's initial anger at the prospect of a new sibling transformed into a deep love for his little sister. However, their single mother, Charity, faced new challenges as Ella's father departed, leaving her to raise 2 children on her own. Despite the obstacles, the Bennett family of 3 was a close-knit unit. Paris and Ella shared a special bond, playing together as they grew. Yet, when Paris was around 11, their family faced turbulence. Charity's long working hours and her struggle with drugs took a toll on their stability, causing Paris to lose trust in his mother and harbor growing anger. After a 6-month battle, Charity managed to overcome her addiction once more. However, they moved from one home to another frequently, which added to the family's turmoil. They eventually moved in with Charity's mother, Kayla, but the toxic environment there only intensified their difficulties, as it did for Charity as a child. These tensions grew, which resulted in Paris's behavior taking a troubling turn. Paris Bennett's disturbing signs leading to troubling incidents. Within their already tumultuous family dynamics, a disturbing incident unfolded when Paris accidentally or intentionally broke one of Ella's toys during their playtime. Ella's upset reaction led Charity to scold and punish her son, a response that didn't sit well with Paris. In a shocking turn of events, Paris picked up a kitchen knife and began waving it menacingly. He fled the house with Charity and his mother, Kayla, chasing after him. Though it was scary, they were able to pin him down and get the knife away from him. Recognizing that this behavior was far from normal, Charity decided to admit Paris to a psychiatric facility. A week later, he was discharged, and the hospital assured Charity that he was fine. However, What they didn't disclose was a report that detailed Paris's obsession with violence, including shooting and killing. He also displayed homicidal thoughts. Additionally, Paris exhibited distressing, dangerous behaviors, such as repeatedly banging his head against the wall until it bled. There was even video evidence capturing him making menacing gestures towards his beloved sister, Ella. Paris's resentment turning into a heinous crime. Their family was on the move once again. Charity, Paris, and Ella finally settled in Abilene, Texas. Charity secured a job at Buffalo Wild Wings, a place where she could provide for her children. While they had resolved their financial and health issues, something continued to linger in Paris's life. The unthinkable act. On February 4, 2007, Charity left her children in the care of a babysitter as she headed to work. The evening seemed ordinary until Paris, now 13 years old, convinced the babysitter to leave the house around 10 p.m. He then entered his 4-year-old sister Ella's room and unleashed an attack, fatally stabbing her 17 times with a kitchen knife. After this gruesome act, Paris calmly called one of his school friends and engaged in a conversation for about 6 minutes before dialing 911. During the call, he admitted to killing someone. Paris went on to describe hallucinations and a disturbing belief that his sister was a demon. Despite the dispatcher's instructions to perform CPR on Ella, Paris didn't make any genuine effort to save her life. When the police arrived, they realized that his CPR attempts were merely a ruse for the operator. A mother's shattering discovery. Charity, having a normal time at work, got a chilling visit from the police around 12:30 a.m. the following morning. They delivered devastating news to Charity. Her daughter had been injured. In her anguish, Charity implored the police to take her to her daughter's side, but their response shattered her world when they revealed that she had been murdered. Despite the answers, she inquired about her son's well-being, only to learn that they had him in custody. Inside Paris Bennett's troubling confession. Paris Bennett was taken into custody immediately following the incident. Inside the interrogation room, Paris remained steadfast in his account of hallucinations, asserting that he had witnessed Ella appearing as a fiery demon, provoking him. However, investigators remained skeptical, especially after his earlier false claims about performing CPR. They also noticed a troubling detail. Paris seemed to be trying to cry, but no tears were visible. When the autopsy report came back, it painted a horrifying picture. Ella had not only been stabbed, but had also suffered beatings and strangulation. Even more disturbing, they discovered Paris's shorts from the time of the murder, indicating that Ella also suffered sexual assault. This evidence pointed to a more sinister truth. Further investigations uncovered Paris's dark secret. He had been consuming violent and disturbing adult content. Shockingly, just hours before he killed his sister, he had searched for snuff films. Unable to deny the chilling reality any longer, Charity confronted her son. His demeanor shifted, and he fell silent. When he finally spoke, it was a jarring confession, telling his mother that she took a remarkably long time to grasp the truth. The confrontation escalated when Charity questioned him about the semen, leading to an explosive outburst from Paris. He flipped a table, punched a wall, and walked away. A sinister plan revealed. In subsequent investigations, Paris admitted that he had meticulously planned Ella's murder. His sinister goal was not only to end his sister's life, but to inflict immeasurable suffering upon his mother by taking both of her children away. He revealed in his interviews that since his mother started dividing the attention, he began to feel jealous of his sister and held his mother responsible for this. Ella's murder and then his imprisonment were the only way to punish his mother. Paris's conviction and shocking statements. Following his confession, Paris Bennett received a murder conviction and was sentenced to 40 years behind bars. A mother's love is unconditional, despite the vile crime. Charity visits Paris at the prison where he callously confirms his guilt and expresses disturbing sentiment, revealing his pleasure in witnessing her pain. The devastation caused by the loss of both Ella and Paris in Charity's life was immeasurable. However, a new ray of light shone as she welcomed her third child, Phoenix. Paris is aware of his half-brother's existence, and Charity even arranges phone conversations between them. During another prison encounter, Charity had a terrifying realization. Paris posed a serious threat to her safety. She suspected that he might kill her other son upon his parole. She decided not to meet him anymore and shifts to another city. In an interview with Piers Morgan, Paris made a shocking admission. Initially planning to harm his mother, he ultimately chose to take Ella's life, believing it would be the most devastating punishment for Charity. He explained that he had always known that losing one of her children would be a torment for her. Furthermore, he revealed that he spends his time in prison reading horror fiction that resonates with his dark thoughts, providing him with a sense of solace. Paris's imprisonment and eligibility for parole. Paris Bennett is currently serving his sentence at Texas State Prison's Ferguson unit. He was charged with capital murder for Ella's death, but was tried as a juvenile due to his age, not as an adult. In juvenile court, he pleaded guilty to capital murder and received a 40-year sentence with parole eligibility after 20 years. At 19, he was transferred to an adult prison and diagnosed as a psychopath. He asserts that after his parole, he doesn't want people to be suspicious or fearful of him, because his past mistakes do not define who he is now. His initial chance for parole comes in February 2027, and if denied, he'll be released in February 2047. As we draw the curtains on this harrowing narrative, our hearts ache for the memory of sweet Ella Bennett and the sorrowful end she met at such a tender age. May her story inspire us to recognize and support those silently grappling with the weight of mental health challenges. We implore you to subscribe, like, and activate the notification bell, ensuring you stay attuned to our true crime channel. Your unwavering support fuels our quest for truth and justice.